We from that cassette era, you know what I'm saying? That purple tape era, that Nas Illmatic era, that Dr. Dre, Chronic, Snoop Dogg era, you know what I mean? We bouncing all over the place with this right here. We taking it from the south, from the west to the east, to the north, Midwest. We taking this globally, man. Like, you gotta see that. Like, we going all over the place with this, man. Europe, shout out to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Zealand, Australia. Yo, we going everywhere with this. This is that real. You looking for that real hip hop? You need that real hip hop in your life? You need the International Reem Supreme Show.
No, I'm gonna jump it.
All right, so let's go ahead and count you in. Ready? So we're recording, right? All right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, right about now, you are now rocking with the best. That International Supreme team. Remo Williams, Sha Bills, and of course, Taraja. And you could have been anywhere else in the world you wanted to be tonight, but you here with us.
We appreciate that. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Yo, peace to my brothers. How are y'all tonight?
Peace.
You know what I mean? Staying strong over here.
I hope that all of y'all, you know, the both of y'all got a drink. Shout out to Scooby. You know what I mean? Peace to our brother, man.
Wherever he at.
Word up. Supreme team in the building. And
We are.
yo, man, we just coming off of a few drinks and ideas, man. And you know, a couple of days ago, I posted a question on Twitter, and this question was in relation to the conclusion or the ways of a conclusion, right? Because everybody is innocent until they're proven guilty. But we're talking about the situation with Jam Master Jay as far as his alleged killers to be brought to justice, right? So, of course, we're celebrating it, you know, because at the end of the day, this is one of our legends who, unfortunately and untimely, was taken from us, right? So after all of these years, man, of course, we like, yeah, you know, because for so many years, we felt like, you know, if it was anyone else of that type of superstar status and a different genre of music, oh, they would have got to the bottom of that quick. You know what I mean? If it was, I don't want to put it on anyone else, so I'd rather leave it as open and general as that. You know what I mean? If it was another genre and that same type of situation would have happened, they would have cracked the case, right? So it just led me to think, right? Media is good and evil at times. You know what I mean? You could put out a story and say, hey, we've caught the killers, but I guess, and maybe I'm just being, you know, overprotective, but, you know, maybe I don't want the truth, right? Maybe I just want the rest of the story that these people were indicted and, you know, they're moving forward. Sha, so far, how do you even feel on that level as far as like how the stories come out and being portrayed?
Well, I'm just saying, man, first and foremost, rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. It's kind of disturbing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for so long that we waited so long to find out what actually happened, and details are discovered. And you know, we talk about how this changes. You know, how people change. The view of him changes because of this particular situation. You found out that he was drugged down, gunned down, or robbed in a drug deal, or not even a deal, but just a stick up. But you can't take away the fact of the matter of who he was, how great of a DJ producer he was, the influences that he had in hip hop from the very beginning. And that's a big part of it for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of when it was before, back then, whenever, it still comes and boils down to the fact that he was a great artist as well.
Taraja, what's your thoughts, fam?
Oh man, listen, and I don't mean to dwell into old cases and anything like that, but even the two prominent rappers that we lost, and I still feel like, even though they say okay, they claim they found the guy that did it, I still feel like those two cases are open. Jam Master Jay, to me, Jay was like, I don't care how many other DJs there were, that Jay was it. I mean, when I first heard Run DMC, Jay was it. So, I mean, and it really, he was the one, when I saw him scratching, I went to my grandma's house and played with her, right? Grandma, can I scratch? Because I wanted to be like Jam Master Jay. And it doesn't matter what he was doing outside, but what matters is what his contributions were to this game and what he did, because I'm sure DJ Scribble, DJ Scratch, half the tip they had to that man. Yeah. Because without him, there is no them. And regardless of what this man did in his outside life, his music. Now, sure, whatever he was doing or whatever he was involved in, was that was not dealing with music. That was his life. But musically, we cannot take this man out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Run DMC. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. He contributes some. No, different about why he got murdered or how he got murdered. No, Jam Master Jay is Jam Master Jay the Great. You know what I mean?
But then listen though. So now let's flip the situation just for a second. Okay. Let's just say that he got caught when Run DMC was at his prime. That would be a different situation, right?
True.
So many after he's been a classic icon in hip hop for so long, I feel like, look, I mean, however he was getting it, mind your business. You can't judge a man for getting it.
So let me jump into a few of these comments real quick, and then we can circle back around, and I'll jump into a few more, right? So shout out to the Confessions from a Red Couch. That was the pod that we all had were featured on. So shout out to her, right? She said, nope, still be Jam Master Jay to me. Shout out to Baylor the Great. He said, absolutely nope. Divine Education of Law. He said, nah, probably was feeding the block. He didn't need it for himself. Niggas glorify Hove without batting an eye. Back in the 80s, that was the way we got studio time. See the knowledge, the doodle bug of Big Little Planets. Yeah, thank you. Legendary. He just simply said no. But shout out to him. Styrofoam Hands said no, the OGs have been disrespected in hip hop when he died, so I'm not surprised he was into what he was into at the time. Megan the Mask said no way, his contributions are immeasurable.
Yeah, that's about
let me see. I'm not sure how to really rock this one, so I'm just gonna skip that one. My man Asimov, he said, of course not. This culture tells the stories of that world for a reason. J Master Jay was a known real one. His business outside of music isn't what defines him. So, we pretty much are in line, with that, his contribution to the game really makes him who he is. And I think that's dope too. For me, my first album, my first wax, cover album was Run DMC. my cousin Riri had given it to me when I was at Far Rockaway. I couldn't have been in no more than like 9 years old. So, you know, I got it from her back in, you know, just had to be like 87, 88, you know, whatever it was. And that was my record, right? So there was records in the crib that I couldn't touch, but this one was mine and my mother knew it. And I would play that record, and I still know those lyrics today. I still know those scratches today. I still know that Jam Master Jay, even at such a young age, that he was no one to play with. You know what I mean? Like he was heavy respected. You know what I'm saying, by his peers and definitely by us as fans. You know what I mean? Like Run DMC is worldwide legendary. You know, first MCs to have an endorsement deal, all kind of things. You know, first rappers to be on MTV. Like they broke all kind of glass ceilings. You know what I mean? And just to jump into a couple of more comments real quick, because they were really dope. Shout out to Dr. Let me see, what's this? Dr. Maddox, I think. But he says, no, I'm from Milwaukee. I knew what he and a few other famous rappers were on. People don't come to Milwaukee for the weather. Shout out to DJ Yellow. He says, no, because back then rap money wasn't as big as it is now, and he was still involved in something to keep income coming in. Think about it. He probably didn't see himself as part of something that would be a super group and forefathers to hip hop. My response to that was, I would hope so, because by then they were cemented in hip hop history forever. But history don't always pay the bills, which always kind of brings me back to the business side of this game, where it's, you know, there's Run, there's DMC, and there's Jam Master Jay. That's splitting the pie 3 ways, but was it really a 3-way split? You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, I don't know. All I know is, you know, Run looks real good out here these days.
Yeah.
Let me say this. What about, okay, and I don't mean to make this a black or white thing, but what about the white people our Caucasian brothers that are in the entertainment industry who does stuff like that? And we don't know about it. Like, come on. And now we're gonna bring up this man's past. Like, if you're gonna do that, you need to bring up all the white comedians' past, because I'm sure some of them was, you know what I mean? Like, this, you cannot make it just because, oh, he's a rapper and he was doing this, so this is bad. What about and I can name some of the legend people that I've seen stories on, but I'm not gonna do that. But what about them? You know what I mean? But I understand this is Jam Master Jay. He cemented in history, as my comrade said. It don't matter. He's cemented in history. He's Jam Master Jay, one of the, if not the greatest DJ in the world, one of them. So it don't matter. His personal life has nothing to do with that music. That music that he made and created is timeless.
Did you ever see that? I think it was a BET award show or special they did, where they had Kid Capri, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yes.
They DJ Premier was one of the DJs. I think Flash has done a dedication, you know, to him before. And for some reason, I think he was on that stage that night too. And they were all, you know, talking about how Jam Master Jay influenced him, and that's how, you know, us as fans, that's how we know that it holds so much weight. And I think that's one of the issues that's popping right now in hip hop, to be honest, is that, you know, we feel like some of the younger generation don't pay the homage that they should, like we did, you know what I mean? Like, you know, or like our peers did, you know what I mean? So I got a couple of more of these really good POVs I want to read off from Twitter. Shad, this one you actually commented on as well. This is from Sunborn _. He said there's good wisdom and bad wisdom. However, when we have the power to show the balance between the two, we can turn that negative into a positive. But unfortunately, he didn't have the chance to do it. Shout out to Nature Reset. He said, I couldn't throw a stone without having 20 thrown at me. My homegirl, Kimmy Coco, she just posted a really dope GIF, and I appreciate that, saying, nope. It kind of reminded me of what Scooby would say, you know what I mean? And shout out to Disco D, that's the homie. He said he's always going to be known as Jam Master Jay. And, you know, that's just real talk right there, right? So I'm really happy that at the end of the day, what he stands for will always hold more weight than anybody could try to throw at him. You know what I'm saying? And rest in peace to Jam Master Jay. To this moment, I have I got the Rolling Stone cover that they did. It hangs up in my bathroom. So I see it every day, you know what I mean? Because they were my idols as a kid. I've had that picture now for years. It's been everywhere with me, you know what I mean? And you know, again, I look at it every day. They're to me definitely one of the best groups ever. Just point blank, period. You know, for me is Run DMC, Wu-Tang Clan. Throw Mobb Deep in there. Of course, NWA. You know what I mean? Of course, A Tribe Called Quest. But now we going somewhere else with this. But yo, listen, man. Thank you guys for doing this intro with me. I wanted to show love to everybody who showed love to us on Twitter. And for anybody that's catching this for the first time, that's at Reem Supreme Show on Twitter. Sha, drop yours, homie.
All right, it's Shack Sha on IG and same on Twitter as well.
You know what it is? It's Taraja the King on Instagram, Taraja the King. Twitter, just Taraja. Facebook, hit us up. It's International Supreme Team. We here. We ain't going nowhere.
Word up. Official. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.